After that draw against the Bees at the JT Community Stadium, where Arsenal failed to take 3 points at stake, dropping 2 points and reducing the deficit in the leadership of the summit by 4 points. Arsenal's attention now will focus on the fourth round of the FA Cup playing against Wigan Athletic. I hope Arsenal will be able to put a smile on the faces of the fans globally, especially when that draw appears to be like a loss. Anyways, it is another edition of Arsenal Fans being brought to you by Arsenal Fans Globally. Arsenal's attention will now be focused against Wigan Athletic, a club side found in 1932. And the first time Arsenal played against Wigan Athletic was January 10, 2006. It was in the first leg of the Carling Cup match, and Arsenal lost that game at the JJB Stadium, now known as the DW Stadium, by a lone goal. But however, so many years have gone down the drain and Arsenal still provides a lot of formidability. When you look at the head-to-head, Arsenal towers above Wigan Athletic. But this Wigan Athletic is coached by no other person than Ryan Lowe, a guy who used to be the coach of Preston North End team before he got secured a job, a 3.5 years job with Wigan Athletic. He thrives on a 3-5-2 formation where he depends on a lot of defensive solidity going forward. And you will recall that Arsenal have truly come against a lot of teams playing the 3-5-2 formation, especially this season. So the owners will be resting on the shoulders of Mikel Arteta to deploy the personnel to go and do teams playing in low block. We just need to know how to navigate our way playing against team playing in low block, whether you are high block, whatever high line you want to play. We should be able to destroy those teams. So Wigan Athletic match is going to be like a test match, but don't take them for granted because this is football. It's a game of 22 players on the pitch and everyone is trying to showcase the energy, the ability and the capacity that they have. So it's not going to be like a stroll in the park. You would recall only like this season that we saw that Grimsby, a community-based club side, which humorously I described as Club Farmers, defeated Manchester United. And when that game resulted into a penalty shootout, their coach was even smiling, no tension. Yet they defeated a star-studded Manchester United. And humorously again, I said Bruno Fernandes can take care of their paycheck for one season without feeling the brunt. And yet they defeated Manchester United. That is what football is all about. It's not about I'm solid. It's about what you are able to give on the day. Because everyone is trying to fight to undo each other. So this match promises to be a really testy and festive one. So Arsenal, despite the fact that I want Mikel Arteta to retake the team, it's also important for him to make sure that whatever team is going to be lining up against Wigan Athletic before the Emirates fan is going to be a team that is solid and able to do the job in a very justifiable manner, especially trouncing them. And we need to do it in style. And going into this game, what are the players that you want to see in that game? So go to the comment section, indicate and let us know. Also give us a scoreline prediction. I'm going to be starting in goal. Kepa Arrizabalaga should keep in that game so that let us allow Livera to rest. He's been consistent in the Champions League and in the Premier League. So let us allow Kepa Arrizabalaga to keep there. And Ben White will be returning in the right back position. Christian Mosquera and Gabriel Magalhaes will be playing in the central defense. In the sixth position, I want to see Christian Logan there. In the left full back position, I want to see Calafiori playing there. And in the 10th position, I want to see the return of Martin Odegaard. Hope that injury knock, or rather scare that he sustained against the Bees wasn't too much. Although we saw him complete the game, but you know, most times you see players complete the game and the next thing they say they have injury. But so far, we've not heard anybody sustaining any new injury in the team. So I want to see in that 8th position, rather than having Declan Rice, who's been doing incredibly well. He's been in the form of his life this season. I want to see him rested and bringing Zubimendi to play there because of his ability to poach in the final third of opponents. So let us deploy him there and see how he can fit in well. Because if he does fit in well, that can be our starting lineup in the Premier League match. And in the outside left position, I want to see Martinelli playing there. And in the striking position, I want to see Gabriel Jesus starting ahead of Victor Gyökeres. Then in the outside right position, I don't want Bukayo Saka to start this game. I want him to still rest and still get more momentum, even though he didn't do anything against the Bees. In fact, he was the one that caused the goal by setting up that set piece goal that allowed Michael Carrick to fling that ball that disturbed our defensive shape. Anyways, it is what it is. Madueke should be starting there. Let us see how he can improve with his final balls. Kudos to him for having gotten his first goal in the Premier League for Arsenal against the Bees. Now, scoreline prediction in this game. I want to go for an emphatic 3-0 victory. Arsenal beating Wigan Athletic by 3 goals to nothing. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be a match that's going to test the nerves and the phrase of Arsenal players. But now this is the moment where we're getting to that final line. So this is where we have to test our mental capacity, mental ability, and our staying power. Ability to take pains in the chin, go back there and fight to get it better. So, in case you're joining us for the very first time from any part of the globe, make it to follow us on all our social media handles by hitting that subscribe button so that the notification bell will indicate to you whenever any of our episode drops. Until I come your way again, it will say, come on, you gonna!